not used to me taking a left, right? Ha ha ha, left, right. You're not used to this because I always go to the right to go to school, but now I'm heading to a place called Bass Lake. Why? Well, why not? I figure I'd show it to you. Are you a last minute Christmas shopper? I am. I waited and waited. I actually finished my Christmas shopping this afternoon. I went to Walgreens and finished up. My girlfriend is very hard to shop for certain things. Like, forget about clothing, forget about jewelry. She's very choosy that way, or a handbag or something. Nope. And even when I go with her to see if she likes anything, and I pay attention months in advance to see if she likes anything, she doesn't like anything. It's not really helping. Anyway, I figured it out today. I got stuff done. Are you a very Christmassy person? I'm not really. I mean, I like the decorations and I like the movies and such, but I don't get all hyped up about it. I just enjoy it like a sunny day. Oh, look, it's a sunny day, and then it's not. Oh, look, it's Christmas, and then it's not. Look at that, the sun is shining. What a nice day. Thank you guys for your comments on my last couple of videos. It was all from one ride, and I just kept breaking it up into 10-minute chunks, putting music to it because I really didn't have anything to say. Kind of like today. Haha. I don't know if you guys are into Christmas or not into Christmas because of being into it when you were younger or not. I don't know. But here's me. Growing up, my earliest memories were of the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's what my mom converted to when I was a baby. She met a guy and he was in it, and so she got in it too. Left Catholicism for it. So I grew up in that, and couldn't celebrate Christmas, couldn't celebrate birthdays. No holidays at all except for Easter. Sitting in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses as a kid, they'd pass a big plate around full of what looked to me to be wheat thins. And I'd pass that by. You weren't allowed, I was told, don't you dare touch it, don't you dare eat it. Okay, so I didn't eat it, I just passed it. Everybody passed it, nobody ate it. And then there was a glass of red wine. We passed that around. I remember smelling that. Boy, did that smell pungent. I probably would smell it today and go, I want a sip of that. But no, you couldn't have a sip of it. Nope. Nobody could have a drink. And then they would drone on about Jesus and the sacrifice and this and that. It's, you know, stories you've heard a million times. And that was it. That was the extent of the holiday. And when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my father wasn't in it. He and my mom had been divorced for a few years. He sent me Christmas presents, or he brought them to me or whatever. I came home with Christmas presents from visiting my dad. I think that's what it was. No, he brought them to the house Christmas morning. Must have been on a weekend or something. And it was this cool little cowboy toy, like an old tall G.I. Joe, but it was a cowboy. And I was playing with it because I'm a little kid. I want to play with toys. And next thing you know, everybody's dirty looking at me like, oh, Jehovah would be very unhappy with you. So I ended up having to give it back, and my father was all brokenhearted about it. A couple years later, he got into it too, the JWs, and so nobody celebrated at all, which kind of removed a lot of the tension. But my mom told me when I was about 4, she says, Okay, this year at Christmas, you're going to hear these other kids at school, at Head Start, talking to you about a big fat guy that comes down the chimney and brings toys for the little kids. Well, it's not true. It's a lie. The parents of the kids will stay up all night and make the toys, put them together and go crazy so that when the kids wake up, they have their toys. And they're told to go to bed and go to sleep or Santa won't come. So that gives you the privacy to do what you got to do. I said, Ma, why do kids believe that? I mean, we don't even have a fireplace. At the time where I lived, we didn't have a fireplace. We had a boiler downstairs. Said if he tried to come down our chimney, he'd end up in the boiler and he would die. She said, exactly right. It's illogical. So next thing you know, I'm in school telling all the kids, there is no Santa Claus. It's all a big hoax. Your parents are lying to you. Oh boy, you could imagine how popular I was. I really believe that the parents of these kids were evil liars, worldly people, fooled by Satan. What an idiot. Ooh, I'm going to take you down here, show you Bass Lake for a minute. Still in first gear, I believe. Alright, I'm going to leave my helmet on here. Look goofy while I walk around. Show you Bass Lake. See the water flowing pretty good today from all that rain. This is it's like a 1.5 mile, 2 mile loop. If you do the whole thing, you start over there and you come out over there, or vice versa. Let's read about Bass Lake here, as if you cared. Fed by 3 creeks, this lake once powered a grist mill, and it has been a favorite spot for fishing, family picnics, and baptisms for 150 years. In the late 1800s, Needham Norris had a grist mill here. In 1892, John Mills bought the property and named it the Lake Mills Pond. The old grist mill collapsed during a May 1949 storm. Harry Cornell purchased the lake in the early 1950s and renamed it Bass Lake, reflecting his love of nature and wildlife. The dam burst in 1996 during Hurricane Fran, and the lake drained dry. In 1999, the town of Holly Springs acquired the property and began an ambitious lake restoration project. Of the original lake, there are those who recall an old country store on its banks in the early 1900s when the folks would relax on the porch with cold soft drinks from a cooler or pay 50 cents to fish. Bass Lake Park was completed and opened to the public in 2004, and people once again can relax on the porch with cold soft drinks from a concession stand, or they can fish for free, and they can even rent a canoe. They got canoes. Let's see if I can give you a better view of this lake. Oh, I love that sound. I hope you can hear that. Is this thing still recording? Yep. I see the little red. So that's the little house thing there. Ugh, muddy. Oh, these Crocs are slippery. There's no grip in these Crocs. Yeah, so it goes all the way around. All the way around. Look at how fast this water's moving. See if I can take a... I was going to take a stick and throw it in, but that... I don't want to be touching that. It's got thorns in it. How about you? Can I grab you? No. Just a little piece. There we go. That's moving pretty good. Wow. I like this spillway. Very pretty. There are geese here, ducks. Look at how high the water got. Whew. Man-made lake. It's not really a lake, more of a pond. I don't know, what is the difference between a lake and a pond? Size. Let's see, if you're from Michigan, this is a puddle. All right, I'm gonna walk this way so I don't slide. A little concession house thing there. They got rocking chairs out on the deck. They got bathrooms. There's a little guy in a window. You can buy a soda, ice cream. Hi. All right, we're moving. Isn't that pretty? What's not to like, right? And there's the bike. Let me see if I could pump up this seat. I wasn't sure if I pumped it up enough. I don't hear anything. That means that she's a fool. All right. Ugh. So, off we go.